Hey guys, I'm hanging out here in the shop with the guys that actually make it happen, the Aero Timber Craftsmen, and we've got something pretty incredible behind us. Everything is pre-assembled in the shop when it comes to trusses and a lot of these structural things here. So can you guys tell me a little bit about what's behind us?
It's a wedding pavilion, so it's going to be all exterior. As you can see here, we have 4 trusses, 1 at each corner.
Is this like a ton of board footage?
I think especially now it's like 8,000.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's incredible.
Well, because this is just part of the roof what we have over here. There's a lot more going underneath, like posts, side beams, knee braces that I want to be like, this is going to be the self-standing.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So self-standing pavilion. And like David was saying, not even all the posts are set up or anything. This is just the top. So there's so much more going into this. Now, was it Douglas Fir?
Yeah, this is all Douglas.
It's all Douglas Fir. And free of Heart timbers, are we looking at for the most part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. You know, they're assembling trusses and things like this to ensure that they have a great fit when it gets to the field, whether they're installing it or whether another team is installing it. What is it like to actually install something like this here as opposed to in the field?
Well, it's obviously a lot easier. I mean,
yeah.
Here we're down on the ground.
Yeah.
In the field, all of this is going to be up on posts. So that's an added danger because you're in the air, obviously. So here, it's much closer to the ground. We can do everything off of ladders. We don't have to worry about lifts, forklifts, all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot easier to get a lot of those kinks ironed out here before we go in the field and add some added dangers and different elements.
Okay, so it's one thing to see this thing completed, but I want to talk to like Jake. Tell me about the actual process of putting something like this together, how long each individual piece takes crafting and then putting together here in the shop. What all goes into that?
Well, a lot goes into that. It depends on the piece. Certain pieces don't take that long. Other pieces could take a couple hours per piece. So if you look at this truss over here, as you can see, there's multiple pieces that go into that. So it takes a couple hours to actually craft each piece. And then once all the pieces are crafted, it takes maybe half a day to assemble the truss into an actual truss and get all of the connections squared away so that it's solid and ready to be installed.
And at that point, you still haven't stained, you still haven't installed, of course. So
yeah.
There's a lot more going into it. And then as you said, this is also something where you're assembling it in an easier environment. When you're out there, you're going to need to rent equipment. You're going to need to have certain lifts and all that sort of things. But it's just really cool to see. And there are examples kind of like this that are on our website. If you go see our work at aerotimber.com, you'll see some examples that actually have similarities to this. But again, it's one of a kind because we do custom timber frame homes and designs. So yeah, David, this is quite the king post on this truss. Now, how is this connected down here?
So we have this king post, right? So this king post has a tenon, and the bottom cord, there is the member that's receiving this one. It has a motor where the tenon goes down into it.
So it's coming down into here
inside, and then you have the pegs that are,
and then it's cut out of this beam. This one's locking in. And then when do you drill these holes?
Oh, when some of the truss, we make sure all the dimensions are correct.
Yeah.
And then do adjustments, whatever we have to adjust. And then at that point, that's when we drill the holes.
Yeah.
To make sure all our joints are tight. And
this is a nice tapered post. What is going on up here with these cuts?
Well, we have like a lot of work over here because we have another roof coming this way. So we have like hips coming into each corner, and another rafter coming down from the center.
So it's just kind of seat those right there.
Probably at least each beam has close to 10 to 15 cuts in it. That's not counting chisel work and using small tools and grinders to finish off pockets and housings. So overall, I think there's 75 pieces.
It's incredible.
It's a wild amount of work because each beam, you know, you put your heart and soul into it, you know, it's a piece of art.
Yeah.
So as you're working on it, you know, you're trying to really make sure that it is art in your finish.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. We'll be back with more of the shop soon.